What's up you guys, welcome back to my channel Anjreads Books. I'm Anjali and today I'm here to talk about Folk of Air series by Holly Black. So there are 3 books in this series, The Cruel Prince, The Wicked King and The Queen of Nothing. So we will speak about each and every one of them one by one. I would like to mention that I am not going to spoil anything for you, so if you're worried about that, you could stop worrying now. So let me start with The Cruel Prince. The story follows Jude. She has 2 sisters, one is her twin and one older sister. And one day she watches her parent get murdered right in front of her eyes by a fae who is the real father of her elder sister. And this fae Maddox has come to take his daughter back to the fae land called Elfame. And as Maddox has killed their parents, he feels obliged to take these girls along with him to Elfame. And from there the story just jumps for like 10 years forward. So in Elfame, Jude and her twin sister, they're constantly being picked by the fae for being human and having no strengths, just for being human. They are constant bullies. First half of the book, they are just bullying Jude for just being mortal. So one day Jude just says that, you know what, I will not listen to single more comment from any of these guys and I will retaliate. I will die trying to retaliate. And that is the turning point of this book. It's like, it was such an amazing moment to see her stand for herself. Even though her twin sister tries to stop her, Jude is not in a mood to listen to anyone. She just wants to stand up for herself, get some power, and I love that about her. The first book is filled with twists and you'll come to know rather quickly that you cannot trust any of the characters. I was even hesitant to trust Jude because of all the manipulations she did for power, for feeling powerful, to stop anyone to try to pick her for being human. She wanted power and I totally get that. The entire book is filled with politics, power, betrayal, manipulation. It was just brilliant. There is a romance, it is a subplot, it is not very much pronounced, and in the first book you will almost not find any kind of romance. It's such a slow burn. It is filled with hatred between the Cruel Prince, mentioned the Prince Carden, and Jude, who hate each other, by the way, for he is directly or indirectly one of the reasons for Jude to be humiliated in front of everyone for being human. So she just hates him, hates his guts, and he also kind of reciprocates the feelings. So coming to the second book, The Wicked King, this book was my favorite book in the series, I'd say, because this frankly, in the first book, I was not a really big fan of Jude. Of course, I adored her for being such a strong female character, for standing up for herself, for craving power and everything. But somewhere I felt that she lacked morals, which in my opinion is very much important in a main character, I'd say. But in the second book, it is not that she has any morals, but I'd say her character graph had increased rather well. She was so terrified of showing her weakness to someone, which they might or even Carden might explore and and have more power on her. So that was, I'd say, her biggest fear, being controlled by someone or being powerless. Coming to the romance point of view, it was a bit better. This, like I said, it's such a slow burn, and it's like you'll not find a romance anywhere, and at some point you are like, oh, it was right there and did not see it. It's like that. It comes kind of like a surprise, I'd say, but it was just brilliant, and I really adored Carden more than anyone in this book, even Jude, because he was a complex character, because his feelings and his emotions, his past, everything was so complex, and it kind of gave a depth to the character, I'd say. I really loved the scenes where he was involved, which is not very much, because the entire book is filled with Jude and her struggles of being human in the Feyland. And she uses this humanity, not humanity, just the point of being human rather well, because Faye cannot lie, as we all know, and she being human can lie very well. So I think she used this point very well to manipulate everyone. And she being a human and being able to lie, most of the Fae were like in an impression that she will not break. Even though her fears about herself, she very smartly used their assumption to her benefit, and it did her good. So I really enjoyed the way this book was written, and the ending was mind-blowing. I was blown by the ending. I did not see that coming, so I was all over the place because I could not think. Right after completing this book, I started the third part, but for a very long time I was like, what the hell happened in that book? And I could not think straight. So yeah, this book was most favorite in this series for me. So let's talk about the next one, The Queen of Nothing. So this one was really well. The twists were amazing. So this book is my least favorite of the three because it was just still amazing. The plot was good and the twists were amazing, but I felt there was a problem with the pacing because the first part it was really slow, or I could really be reeling with the ending of the last book, and I felt like that, but it could be possible. But I felt the starting of the book was rather slow, and once the second part was really good, and everything just unexpected things happened, and I'm really happy with how things ended up with firstly mainly with Cardan and Jude and the entire Elfhame, how things winded up in Elfhame and how she retained the power she always craved for, and also Cardan, how he developed as a character. I thoroughly enjoyed it. So as a whole, I gave this series like 4 out of 5. For this book I have given 4 out of 5 because I really liked it. The second one I have given 4.5 out of 5, and the third one I have given 4 out of 5. Honestly speaking, I don't remember Cardan and Jude expressing their feelings even till the ending or even at all. All they say to each other is like, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you, and I think that's a big turn on for them. So yeah, I loved it. Absolutely loved it, how they hated each other and how things got different for them, and the entire story and the entire thing with Elfhame, the politics, the betrayal, the hatred. I absolutely loved it. Actually, I did not expect to enjoy this series as much as I did, so I would really like to recommend you guys to give it a try. And yeah, that's my take on the Folk of Air series. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon to get notified every time I upload a new video. And I will come back with a new video really soon. Until then, it's me Anjali signing off. Bye.